Hey guys, it's Vanessa here and welcome to my channel. Today I am starting a new series here on Living Life as I Am. I am going to be testing Pinterest recipes, DIYs, all things Pinterest. It's going to be called Pinterest in Real Life to see if these things actually really work. Do they actually taste good? Are they functional? So stay tuned for today's episode. So for episode 1, I am going to be testing out a recipe that I found on Pinterest. Of course, right? Pinterest in Real Life. Where else would I get the recipe? I'm going to be testing out this recipe that I crave this particular item. I mean, it's fall, pumpkin season. I mean, what could be better than trying out a recipe for pumpkin bread? So good. One of my favorites. Starbucks pumpkin bread is on point. Anyways, the recipe that I'm trying out today is called the best pumpkin bread with brown butter maple icing. So if you want to see how it turns out, stick around.
Let's get right into making this recipe for the best pumpkin bread with brown butter maple icing that I found on Pinterest. Of course, the original recipe is from the Domestic Rebel, and the link to the original recipe will be in the description box below. So let's get started by preheating our ovens to 350 degrees and prep your 9-inch loaf pan with cooking spray and set aside. Now I'm going to go ahead and add all of the ingredients for the actual pumpkin bread into a large mixing bowl, and I will have a list of all of the ingredients that I've used in the description box below, but I'm going to go ahead and add the cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, cloves, baking powder, baking soda, salt, dark brown sugar, all-purpose flour, eggs, softened butter, and 1 cup of canned pumpkin puree. And I love using the Libby's brand. It is my absolute favorite. I've tried other pumpkin purees and I just keep going back to Libby's. I absolutely love it. Now mix your ingredients. Make sure to mix them very well. If you're using a hand mixer, make sure to scrape the sides of the bowl so that you can get all of the ingredients incorporated. Now go ahead and place your batter into your prepped loaf pan. A little secret of mine is I like to spray it with the cooking spray and then add parchment paper, respray it with the cooking spray so that when it's done baking I can easily lift it. Now go ahead and place your pan in the oven. It's going to cook for about 40 to 50 minutes and you'll know it's done once you stick a toothpick in it and it comes out clean. Now on to making the icing. I didn't have the ingredients to make the actual brown butter maple icing, so I just had to work with what I had. So I just used powdered sugar, pumpkin pie spice, milk, and maple syrup to make my icing, because you gotta work with what you got, and this is what I had, and it actually turned out absolutely amazing. Just make sure you're tasting it along the way and make sure that you are just checking the consistency of it so it's to your liking. And once you have all of the ingredients incorporated, be sure to spread that icing all over the top of the bread. It just makes it so much better. Trust me, it is so good. I must admit this recipe was an absolute win. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the best pumpkin bread that I have ever made. You should definitely give it a try.
Thank you so much for watching episode 1 of Pinterest in Real Life. I hope that you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making this pumpkin bread. It was absolutely delicious. I can't even tell you. You have to try it out. And if you have a recipe for pumpkin bread, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to try it out. Please remember to like this video, subscribe, and come back for the next one. Have a great day.